Transporting children in Florida standards. The driver of any vehicle used by a child care program to provide transportation must have the following: A valid Florida driver's license including the proper endorsement. B, an annual physical examination which grants medical approval to drive, a valid certificate of course completion for first aid training in infant and child cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Never, never leave a child. Transportation log. A log must be maintained for all children being transported in a vehicle or on foot away from the premises of the child care facility. The log must be retained on file at the facility for a minimum of 12 months and available for review by the licensing authority. The log must include 1. Each child's name, 2. The date and time of departure, 3. Time of arrival at the destination. The signature of the driver in the case of traveling on foot, the signature of the child care personnel, and the signature of a second staff member or persons authorized by the provider to verify the transportation log and that all children have arrived safely and left the vehicle, if applicable. Prior to transporting children, the transportation log must be recorded, signed, and dated immediately, verifying that all children were accounted for and that the log is complete. Upon arrival at the destination by foot, the child care personnel must record, sign, and date the transportation log immediately, verifying that all children were accounted for. The same must occur immediately upon returning to the facility premises. Upon arrival at the destination by vehicle, the driver of the vehicle must mark each child off the log as the child departs the vehicle. Conduct a physical inspection and visual sweep of the vehicle interior to ensure that no child is left in the vehicle, and record, sign, and date the transportation log immediately, verifying that all children were accounted for and that the visual sweep was conducted. Ensure that a second staff member signs and dates the transportation log, verifying that all children are accounted for and that the log is complete. Upon arrival at the destination by vehicle, a second and different staff member must conduct a physical inspection and visual sweep of the vehicle to ensure that no child is left in the vehicle, and sign, date, and record the transportation log immediately, verifying that all children were accounted for and that the log is complete. Never transport without car seat or seat belt. Each child, when transported, must be seated in a back seat in an individual factory-installed seatbelt or federally approved child safety restraint. The child safety restraint must be installed, secured, and used in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions, and a copy of such instructions must be maintained in the vehicle and/or on file. Child age birth to 1 year old must be secured in a rear-facing car safety seat. Children age 1 through 3 years, such restraint device must be a separate carrier or a vehicle built-in child seat. For vehicle age 4 years, a separate carrier, a vehicle built-in child seat, or a child booster seat must be used with appropriate seat belt. All children 5 and older must be in seat belts.